Hello everyone and welcome to this channel. If you're new, please like and subscribe. Today I'm going through some of the gameplay with Mandy, Bull, Barley, Penny, and there was someone else which I completely forgot. But starting off with Mandy, we're just chipping away at the tower, and there's this Colt which just continues being annoying. I managed to snipe him out just then, and I start to chip away at the bot. Slowly I try to keep on the side. I use my super there, but I completely missed that call, and he's come back again. I can see the Mandy in the left, and in a moment I'm just going to shoot down towards him. But it's hard to get him while they're in that bush, to be honest. Hopefully that is what I was aiming for there, just my partner to help out. When you're working on this, you normally want to stay out of view as a Mandy. You don't want to get too close until you've leveled up. Once you've leveled up to I'd say level 11, you can take out people with 2-3 shots maybe, so it's much easier like that. Using the super though, you want to hit either multiple people or do damage to the tower and bots at the same time. That way you can get through their towers very quickly, or you can recharge your super. Usually I try to use the hypercharge to do that, to be honest. It works out much better. The Mandy is there, they're trying to take me out. They got me with a shot there and I got them back. Now they use their gadget. The gadget lets you shoot through targets, so it's good for hitting people behind walls or buildings. But here's my hypercharge and boom, they are gone. And then the Colt's still there. I did try to take him out, but I missed. Oh no, it's the Mandy that I missed. I got the Colt. But yeah, as you can see, I've managed to get down and take out their towers. I've leveled up a fair bit, but obviously once you take their tower, you want to push forward and give them as much damage as possible, because then they start to get a bit more defensive. But one of the important parts of this game mode is to keep pushing them and pressuring them. You don't want to let the bots get towards you. I just took out the Colt there. You just want to keep pushing both sides, otherwise you'll lose control of one side and they'll take your tower out. One of the main things of this game mode is the levels and your supers. You have to work really well with your teammates, or your opponents have to be a bit weaker, to be honest, because if you have teammates that keep dying, they will level up quickly, and once there's a big enough gap in level, it becomes very difficult to keep up. You'll have to kill one of those high level people and your level will jump back up. You'll probably see that in a later match. But I would say going through like that would take out people very quickly. Now I'm starting with a Dynamite. With Dynamite, you really want to have your aim to be exact like that, because it does more damage. If you're slightly off, it won't, and it's quite difficult to control him, to be honest. And when people get close, it can get very jumpy. Usually when the bots come, they come in sets of 2, so I try to do damage in between them both. That way it wipes them out quickly. If you have a teammate that works with you well enough, you can do damage very quickly and level up fast. And once you get into a point where you can do hypercharge supers, you can destroy them very quickly. But usually I just try to wipe the tower out, and it kind of puts them in a bit more of a defensive position. It's a lot safer like that when you're competing against other people. But if they get your tower first, I say you become on the defensive, and then at that point you have to just focus on leveling up and trying to maintain your base. Obviously for this match there's a Jessie that's a bit inactive. I don't know if they just had a weak signal or not, but at some points they were very inactive, but just then I just stunned them and killed them, and at that point they were active. But as you can see, I'm just chipping along at this match slowly. We're not taking any damage at all, so it's very important to keep an eye on the towers. If you're struggling on one side really badly, it's probably a better idea to switch and assist your teammates. Sometimes they'll come assist you, but because I'm a Dynamite, it's safer for me to be on a space where I can hide. That way I don't have to get up close to any of the brawlers, because if it was a match with like a Shelly or a Bull or an Edgar, maybe if they were in that bush, it'd just kill me instantly. Here I'm just using my hypercharge now, taking out the Jessie, and I got sniped from behind by the Chester. Chester becomes very rough in this match once he powers up. But if you die, hopefully your teammates keep things running. That's usually what you want. You can see my sad face on the way back in after I finally died. Here on my way up, I know we're getting towards their side, so I just wipe out the bots on the turret on the way up, keeping the lane clear. You've got to keep it empty, that way the bots put pressure on them and they use all their ammo. And then you can just focus on killing them or the towers. You can see the Jessie is a bit inactive there. And now I'm going to go for this Mandy and get rid of a target. That way my people can do more damage and the bots can just move in. And at that point it's basically game over. They're basically just surrounded. Once you're surrounded like that, it's quite difficult to come back from it. So at this point the game's just a wrap. It's just all about chipping them out. And within a few more seconds it'll be game over and we'll be good to go. Obviously I died near the end, but it doesn't really matter too much because we've still got a full main turret and a full side turret as well. So no matter what happens at this point, they've lost. And on to the next game, we were using Penny. I chose this one just because it's a bit harder to use. Placement and positioning of both your shots on your turret matter a lot. When you're shooting, you want to get the splash damage to hit opponents. Like, this Lola was difficult to deal with at first. You can see how they just wiped me out at the start, but my turret finished them off. So it's not too bad, and the turret helps with defense as well. So overall, it's quite good. But the problem is when you're placing it, you have to make sure you dispose of the bots that are in the center or on the sides, depending on where you position your turret. Otherwise, your turret will be distracted. Like right now, the turret's doing a solid job just hitting the center of their turret, and the bots are getting damaged on the way past. So you can see I'm just trying to like squeeze through, dodge everything right now. It's quite hard, especially against that Lola, just because the amount of spray damage is just hard to dodge. And because I only have single ammo and it doesn't recharge very quickly, it's rough. Here I drop my hypercharge because I can see they haven't got much health on the turret. And once you got a hypercharge position like that, it's very nice. But you have to just make sure you protect it because it can get wiped out quite easily and just do nothing. And it takes a while to build up the hypercharge again. So if we maintain it like that, the tower just melts. And the people that are trying to defend against them, it gets hit by the turret. So, and if it's not the turret, it's you. At that point I was trying to finish off that Jackie on the left, but he managed to get away, so I just pressured the lane, push forward, wipe them out, and just cleared up. All bots are moving forward, and slowly my teammates chipping at the tower. The Lola comes back. You can see here I tried to splash damage them, but because their turret and themselves are split, it was hard to actually make the splash damage hit. Back into a reset. We're not in a bad position now. They've lost some of their main turret, and we've still got our base one at 40%, so pretty solid. Now I'm just cleaning up the lane, keeping things tidy. Keeping things tidy is the main thing, to be honest, otherwise you're just gonna struggle. I managed to get the Lola finally. I tried to throw my turret down to see if I can do some damage, but it didn't really do much. I seen all these bots, so I was like, let me get behind, let's splash damage them all out. And then I see someone spawning. I use my gadget to do a bit more damage on the way out. As you can see, the main turret took a bit more. See all the bots on this side. This time I thought I'd better off going around and doing the splash damage. When you're taking out all the bots, the smaller ones and the bigger ones, and even getting kills, you want to try and get as much damage as possible and then destroy them while you have teammates around, so that way they can level up as well. Same way by dying. If you're going to die by a turret, you don't really want to have people around. Even if you're taking damage over time, you want to move away so that their teammates don't gain any XP. But obviously dying to like the main turret is going to give everyone XP from what I'm aware. That's what it's supposed to do. But he might just do that within a limited range from what I could tell when I've been playing. Things are getting on in this game. They destroyed our turret, so it is a bit closer now, but I'm not too worried. This Lola just keeps pinning me down, but my teammate came back and took him out, so they leveled up, which is not too bad. At this point, I'm pretty comfortable with the game. I think we've got a clean chance of winning it. I'm not too worried, but I'm trying to clear up the lanes and get my hypercharge turret going, but it's been a rough start trying to get the turret cleared. Here you can see a Kaiju's popped up now. I'm refocusing on taking out the Lola, to be honest, because that thing has been a pain all game. I managed to get a little bit of splash on it, and here we've got a Kaiju. Our teammate managed to secure it. Once you get a Kaiju, the game level just changes. It becomes a lot easier to take control. So at this point, I'm like 100% confident that we're gonna win. But one of our teammates lost their life there, and we managed to take out the other one. So there's two of us still surviving, and we've just cleared up the lane completely, dropped the hypercharge turret, and that's it. At this point, the damage is just flying in. I've just cleared all the bots with my teammate to make sure that the turret can keep doing its job, and the game ends. Next on the list, we have Barley. Barley, I don't know, I feel like people have stopped playing him as much now. He's quite a good character. I had some really bad luck with the call at the start. I had help there taking him out, but at the beginning, like the first few times I came across him, he just absolutely crushed me. I don't know why people don't use Barley as much. Maybe they need to improve his health from his star power a bit more, his healing. I just got completely crushed by this call, and then this is where it happened again, and I was just like, my god, the M's came out of nowhere. I wasn't ready for that. I just about survived, but this Poco had given the call his super, and I died again. And I was just like, my god. But his lining up of the shot gets some credit as well. Normally with call, it's not that easy to aim perfectly, although you can fluke it, but and there I managed to dodge it. I took a little bit of damage, but I recovered from that. I got the star power on, which heals anyway, and the surge comes in from the side, tries to wipe me. Poco heals me. I just keep focusing on the bot. It did glitch a little bit there, but it's because I was recording and the internet signal is just terrible right now. It's been like heavy rain. Here I see the collar and I'm trying to bait him into this corner because I know I'll have control. I have the gadget which throws like a liquid which slows him down. There you go, I just dropped it and I take him out nice and easy. Still tried to use the super to take me out though, but managed to survive. This surge, I got one hit on him, but it was just hard taking this guy out. I just could not get into contact with him. He just barely dodging my shots each time. Tried to focus on the bots to wipe him out, but I didn't manage to get the surge, sadly. I threw it on the super, tried to damage the bots, the tower, and some of them. And plus, it limits their space to moving about. I can see the Colts there, and I'm trying to bait him again. But he won't move in this time. He's getting a bit closer. The tower got taken out on the other side, and I was able to have free reign. I managed to slow down the M's and trap them instead. Took them out. The surge still surviving. I just can't get in there, so I just use the super again, try to push him back. Colt's there using a super again. We're just trying to survive. I can see that the Colt's still moving about up in that corner, and I'm about to pressure him. Here I managed to get lucky and clip him just by the edge of my throw. He'll move back in any second now. Wait, there he is. I'm moving close first. Draw him in. Drop one hit, 2 hits. The third one just barely clips on. We move forward. Trying to clear up the lane now. That surge is there. He gets wiped out. And I use my hypercharge because the hypercharge super with Barley does some heavy damage over a wide range. I try to use his super as much as possible on the main turret because it's hard to get in range of the main turret. If you're using his super, if you use it and move back at the same time, the range of the super spreads. I don't know if you knew that or not, but Just a bit of a tip: if you want to get a large range in, throw it while you're moving backwards. So at this point, we're not looking too bad. No, 75% health left. I just need to try and farm some supers and increase my level. At this point, I just seen an easy chance to take out these bots and level up. I can see they're coming, so I'll try to take what I can and run. Here I know we're in a bit of pressure. I just tried to take out the M's but missed. Couldn't do enough damage in time. Pull back to the side. I know the surge is there. I throw something and then the M's moves in. He pushes back. I can use my super again. Trying to evade this surge, but he's probably going to get close. And then he got taken out by the M's. I've got a chance to clean up these bots and let our bots through, and then we can just destroy the turret clean. All of us just full powering. They're doing heavy damage on our turret as well, but I finished them off. This time around with Bull, here you can see some of my more terrible gameplay at the start, but it improves as we go along. To be honest, Bull he's good on this map at doing damage, but against a lot of players that use like M's and things, it's a bit rough. There was a really good combo team of M's and this mouse character, I can't remember its name, but they were a really good combo. It was very hard for me to like get through them. I tried to take a jump here. I was waiting for it and I absolutely messed it up. I saw him on low health. I went for it and I did the wrong angle because I thought he was going to pull back, but he didn't. See there. And at this point, I was stuck in the corner. One of them used the super, the other person joined onto each other. At this point, they clean me out, they're healing at the same time as well. They did play it really well. I will give them that. Both of them knew what they were doing. The M's was using its gadget throughout this match at the right time. And I was getting stunned at the right time. They were joining together in the right moments. You'll see it happen a few times on this game. At this point, I'm trying to just increase my level. With Bull, he's very good at taking out the bots and things, or like taking out kaijus. He's good at charging and stuff, but you have to just get the timing right. If you don't, you're basically gonna die. At first, I was flopping so hard, but we were getting there. They destroyed our tower completely, so we're behind in this match. It is getting a bit rough. I tried to charge in on the M's. Charge is too far. With the hypercharge, it stops at the target, but with the super, it doesn't. And here we go again. I just keep trying and trying again. I keep flopping. But the match isn't over at this point. Even if you're losing at this point, it's not too bad because there's not too big of a level gap. And you can recover pretty easily. I was going to go on a help on the left side, but I could see that the hypercharger was being used. So I was like, he should be able to clear them out. And they just wiped them all out. I'm clearing the bots on this side, so this lane is clear. The kaiju is being worked. The kaiju should be appearing soon and should be getting worked on. So we've got to be careful about when it pops up. I can see the turret's free. Someone's there. I'm trying to go for it again. But this character just keeps decimating me. And he managed to take me out again. I tried to use my gadget to heal there, but it just wasn't enough against his stun. And I get knocked back to the beginning. I mean, here though, my teammates are doing some heavy damage on the other side. So he's putting us in a better spot. I tried to go again at this character. And this time around, I managed to clip him and finish him off. And that boosts me 2 levels. Makes things a lot more even and a lot easier for me. But still, it isn't enough. I see him going for the bot. I was going to help, but I thought I'd just focus on cleaning the lane. Because the moment you start not paying attention to these lanes, it just overflows and they destroy your tower very quickly. Every bit of damage matters at this point. I see him again, and I go for it this time. He managed to escape yet again. Whoever was playing was like pretty skilled at using that character, because they managed to dodge me a fair few times and survive. It's hard dodging a bull, but obviously their range is a bit bigger than mine as well, so it was a bit rough. If it was just straight in a bush, I would have been able to get head on. We managed to destroy their tower, still clearing the lane. Here, I come across a bit of a stickier situation, but I managed to pull out of it. The M's is there, moving in the bottom right, and you can see this other character sneaking up. I managed to avoid him. And he manages to jump away again. Now this is where the nicest move ever comes. Very helpful. The load of bots here, I managed to take one of them out. I keep shooting, I charge another one, take out the bots, and then finish off the M's too. That cleared the whole thing up. My partner there is taking out the kaiju. I finish it off with him. And at this point, I'm sure that we're going to win. So I just heal up and I focus on leveling our team up and taking out the bots. That way we can move forward. I can see this guy sliding through. I stop him. Because once we're all high enough level and you let him push through, it becomes a bit more of a struggle. So you can take damage very easily and you can lose your tower quickly without even realizing. So I try to keep everyone pushed up. Now I know both sides are under control. I get ready for the final charge. With Bull, I know that once he's got his hypercharge, you can just slam dunk him at a high enough level and you can take out like a heavy amount of damage. So I finish up clearing the lanes and I prepare to just move in. Now I know I'm ready, my teammate moves in, I heal up a tiny bit, just pop on the hypercharge and slide straight in. You can see the turret just completely utterly melt, and then it's just game over. I hope you enjoyed watching this clip. Here all the brawlers I used and all the skills and stuff, in case you want to use them. Thank you for watching.